me. Hello. I don't think anyone's here. Ah, it sucks. Weird taste in my mouth. Okay. So today I actually did have a mission planned, but unfortunately for me, there's a weird bug in KSP where if you have solar panels and a hinge and you put things on the hinge and then put solar panels on that, they bug the hell out and explode. So unfortunately for me, I am not going to be doing what I was planning on doing today. Under most circumstances, I would minorly crash out, but in this case, I will simply cry. Also, I'm gonna rename the stream. Okay, stream renamed. I hope people will actually see this and be entertained. This is kind of clickbait, not gonna lie, kind of clickbait. Okay, this is kind of taking a minute. Okay, so basically, I had quote unquote a mission planned for today, but unfortunately for me, the space station that I aimed to get to and like rendezvous and make bigger kind of doesn't work. So there's just a module floating in space that I cannot enter the range of, or it will explode and kill the one Kerbal that I sent up there. I was gonna restock it as like the with Kerbals as the like last mission, but unfortunately can't do that now. Now I've already kind of done a guide on how to get to the Mun. It's actually really easy because the orbit is like completely the same altitude and it's perfectly level with the equator, which just so happens to be exactly where your launch site is. So I genuinely don't see how it could be difficult for anybody to get there. With that being said, I'm going to actually teach you how to get to Minmus because I see that people struggle with that slightly more. And by that I mean the friend that's been hating on me and the person who I have to confront the allegations with probably doesn't know how to get there. So, yeah. Congratulations. So, the first thing I'm going to be talking about, because, like, this is a guide, is how to build the rocket. Now, the first thing that we have to decide is what we're going to do. So I think, I mean, I've already sent, like, a mining expedition, but it's one of the heavier things that you can make. And since I'm pretty sure Minmus has some pretty good stuff on it, I'm going to be making the rocket that like goes down there and mines, and then I'm not gonna make the receiving rocket. Like I'm not doing all that. Like the rocket that'll take that stuff back into Minmus orbit and then back to Kerbin or whatever. I'm not doing all that. This is just the part where I actually build the thing. So it needs to have really good communication because I do have a small satellite network, but there needs to be some amount of communication with Kerbin because I did not put a ridiculous amount of time and or effort on the idea of actually making this initially. Like this was not the initial plan for the video, so I did not put any infrastructure that is actually sufficient. Like this was supposed to be a thing that would be important later and like I would use it some other time, but rather unfortunately Space Kraken, I don't know what to say, it just like kind of mid, not gonna lie. Okay, this is the easy part. We're just making the ship. It's gonna focus on making that and this. Actually, I'm not gonna put this here. I'm gonna put this on the side. Like that. It might look ugly, and that's because it is. Do I care? Absolutely not. And then on the top, I'm gonna stick a docking port with the descent module, which is going to be a handy dandy giant tank of monopropellant fit with a couple of these puff engines. These are not very efficient, but they will do what we need them to do very easily and then fly away and become someone else's problem some other day. In the meantime, my main focus is just kind of making this look better. It still looks bad. Like, bad. But, could be worse, right guys? Yeah, this is kind of just rambling, because building the rocket is kind of the hard part, because there's like, I don't have any commentary for this. Like, yep, I'm building a thing. Isn't my thing just so gloriously built? Like, I'm out of commentary, guys. This is what you get out of me. I'm mid. No one's even talked yet or like joined, so anybody who's watching this is like a third party. But yeah, I gotta respond to the allegations. So basically, bro is hating, and he says I don't make enough KSP related content to the MUN or something. So I'm gonna start a space race with him. Alright. I'm going to Midness, because I don't think he's figured that out yet. Why do I think that? Because I'm pretty sure he's like genuinely smooth-brained. What proof do I have for this allegation? So anyways, no, my proof is that, like, watch one of his videos, guys. You know what, I'll at least shout him out. He didn't shout me out in his video about me, my allegations, or like whatever I'm being prosecuted for. But I'll shout him out. It's Butterdog. His YouTube channel name is Butterdog. He's the one with like 50 subscribers, which somehow he has more than me, and he beat me in the sub race. Y'all gotta lock in my 2 fans and my grandpa. Y'all gotta like start recruiting some legions for me. You know, give me a proper army. I'm losing the sub race to a nerd. Yup. Alright. The rocket's basically done yet. Our payload is pretty obviously this thing. The rocket isn't very sophisticated. It doesn't have to be. It literally just has to be able to get us in orbit and then work from there. Like, nothing else genuinely matters. I don't have to make it Olympically level goated. I don't have to scoot anything else into the rocket. Or I guess maybe its payload can have like a couple of other things. Like, I don't know. I guess I could stick this here instead of having all this. Have this for some extra science. I could make like a download of this so that people who are playing in career mode can use my glorious craft to get a whole bunch of science. And I'll show everyone how to land without using the F12 menu on Midness. Or Alt 12. And you can use this while in orbit of Midness to get a whole bunch of data. So I already have this. You can do the same with these, but I just recommend getting a satellite for these, because turning this thing into a satellite for a really long time and then actually doing anything on the planet is, like, horrible. And I'm not going to do the scanning arm thing for, like, a handful of reasons. Mostly how boring it is. Okay, also, you guys are about to witness my glorious comms network of stuff that was in geosynchronous orbit and then got absolutely cooked by the MUN and launched into what even happened. I'm telling you, don't pay attention for 3 seconds and the whole rocket explodes and I don't even get to show you guys the comms network. Why do these things keep exploding? What's going on? Oh, you know what? I didn't add struts. Yep. You know it's bad when you forget, like, one thing and the rocket doesn't work? Oh, you know what? That actually reminds me. Something I always forget and something that always comes back to bite me is you know what? I'm going to get in orbit, so I'm not going to worry about having lights, actually. Actually. Because normally I get, like, no lights and then end up having to land at nighttime, but I'm just going to get orbit on Minmus, and then I'll land when it's day. Okay, so this is probably the second hardest part of the mission besides landing, which is how it should be in literally every single, like, plane or rocket thing. It's the takeoff and landing that's the hard part. And if you're wondering why this is monumentally easy, it's because it really is. It's actually really easy to get everywhere in Kerbal Space Program. In fact, I actually have a satellite in orbit of Duna, which I will show you later. And yeah, this is my comms network. Some stuff got cooked by the mud. There's some other stuff there. I gotta pay attention and, like, actually fly my rocket. By the way, this thing is overkill on the amount of Delta V we need. Like, this has more than enough Delta V to get us to Minmus and back on its own. Like, just the first 2 stages probably have enough to get us there and back. Also, probably not. I mean, like, who knows? Not gonna lie, I actually didn't really study the stages of this rocket, but it shouldn't really matter all that much. Look at that. We're in space, guys. We're in space. Now is the time where I have to look at the tracking station, and I no longer have to visually check my rocket, because it should be working. And yeah, you can see I've got this low-range comm satellite for Kerbin-related stuff. I have one in polar orbit. I have one in geosynchronous polar orbit, which is not really true. It was going to be a geosynchronous satellite, but I screwed up the launch, so it became a polar orbit satellite, and this thing's hopefully geosynchronous. It's, like, kind of off by, like, an hour. And then this is the second month satellite. I don't know what happened to the first one. Oh, no, there it is. And it's the same series as the geosynchronous ones, but I've got to rename it. And then these other 2 are both satellite relays, and this one, again, was going to be in geosynchronous orbit, but a little bit farther to counteract this one, and not be in the same orbit, and then Mun barely pulled it into its gravity, and you can actually see where that happened, and it flung it out of orbit, and now it's in this weird pattern. But I think it might have been a different save file, but I already got some in this, right? Yeah. I've got 2 in orbit, and then I have this thing, which has a whole bunch of stuff, and I think the Kerbals are actually off of that. And then I had a micro lander to test if I could actually land, and then this is in the really rich ore deposits on Minmus. What's going on? I stopped paying attention for, I kid you not, 2 seconds, and something explodes. Whoops. Also, I don't think I actually did pack enough, because we didn't really get in orbit. Okay, I might have to fix my rocket, guys. Hold on. To be fair, we definitely got around Kerbin very easily. So, we'll just... I did this with much smaller rockets. This one's bigger because we have a giant payload, so my testing might have been off a little bit. Okay, this will have more than enough Delta V, I guarantee you. No more issues in the mission. And this time I'll actually focus on flying the rocket instead of showing off my save file. Except for the thing on Duna, because I am simply better. I also had a mission to Lathe, and I did exactly this thing, except I wasn't streaming, and I was coming back, and I got a gravity assist on Tylo to, like, push me out of the Joule system. And then I kind of undershot it, and I might have crashed into Tylo. And nobody survived, and not even the rocket lived. Like, yeah, it was rough. And then this is Duna, and my satellite is in near perfect orbit, and then you can see I've landed the satellite. And then also the moon's like really close for that, or this one's moon. Okay, focusing back in, I also have some of these satellites, which are called the ads. I think I should have two, yeah. One for Carbon and one for Duna, I think. Or something else like that. Something like that. Oh, wow, it is a big Chungus rocket. It still gets up off the ground, though. That's pretty impressive. For something this Olympically chunky. But, yeah. The plan, still get to mend this. It's gonna take a bit longer, though. You can also do this with Kerbals. This works. You can use a smaller rocket, smaller, tops, so you can basically do whatever you want. As I said earlier, I sent that mission with Kerbals, and I showed the thing. Whoa. Rocket is kind of freaking out. Time Warp is not too kind. Oh, shoot. I accidentally dropped 2 stages instead of 1. Whoops. Don't worry, it didn't actually cost us 3 minutes. I think it cost us probably 30 seconds. Okay. Most of the time was probably me gushing over my save file instead of like actually flying the rocket like a normal human being. ADD moment. I was gonna say ADHD, but that's not what I have. That reminds me, one of my teachers said that she would have like a squirrel brain moment all the time, and I was like, oh yeah, that's because like you're silly or something. No, I just realized that she probably has ADHD or ADD and didn't know it for like the longest time. And that's just what I think of every single time I go on a random tangent about nothing. And someone on Steam is now texting me. Literally every single time I'm doing anything important, bro. I'm telling you. Everybody texts me. My dad already texted me like, hey, you have a thing to do. And now this person, and my rocket's probably freaking out. It's manageable. Right? Or should I like... There. Let's hope it doesn't freak out me. Okay, Rocket is having a stroke. Why? No idea. Can I fix it? Probably not. Actually? Yeah, but that would cost us a lot of mono propellant I don't have. I kind of just have to power through it and hope it doesn't die. If it does, I'll go back to the launch and fix it. For now, I have to send my friend a link to my live stream. Oh my gosh! Lost for the deaf, guys. Another lost for the deaf. What the heck is this, bro? I don't even have shorts opened. It like opened it for me while I was trying to grab the link for my live stream. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. The rocket is freaking out. Hopefully I can fix this before I like give it to everybody. And it's crashing. Yeah, and the second I stop paying attention and go really quiet, my rocket is spinning out of control. Okay. Guys, come on. Why are you spinning? What is wrong with you? Stop spinning! Stop! 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 Stop spinning! You know what's the one YouTuber? And he has the one screen. I'll find the emoji thing, whatever it's called, thing if I find it. If I don't find it, or I'm too lazy, you'll never see it. I don't know. Good luck, guys. I love how I said that one YouTuber, like I'm also a YouTuber, and most people aren't even gonna have any idea what I'm saying. Djus, that's his name. His name is Djus. I'm so smart. I'm the most intelligent. Yup. I'm the smartest member of our species. Yeah, probably the smartest of the Kerbals. Finally, I can get rid of that thing. Oh my god. They see me rolling. They be hating. I have that song stuck in my head now. Ah! Hit him with a scream. Like, ah! Does anyone else remember that, like, really boring trend? Where it was just someone would post that video. Like, every 5 seconds. Oh, he's finally here. Took you long enough. No, for some reason it was unlisted, and I have yet to figure out why, because I've never set any of my videos with 2 exceptions to unlisted, and both of them are because I said I was going to edit them, and then I didn't edit them, and then my friend said they were going to edit them, and then I never sent them to him, because I'm the lazy one, and I'm the problem. And not you, it was a different friend. Because I've got more friends than just you, because you be hating all the time. I have to find someone else who won't be hating on me all the time. Hater. Before I say, obviously, yes, I have. Yes, I have. So, yeah, this mission is about hating on you because you're dumb and stupid. So instead of doing a Mun mission, because that's way too easy, I'm doing a Minmus mission. Also, I've done something I bet you haven't, and I have 2 satellites in high solar orbit. Could I know? How could I know you watch on this video support? Well, like, yeah, no, duh, but you know what? I'm not even gonna take the time to explain the fact that you can see the visibility and whatnot. But I've done something I bet you haven't. I have gone to Duna and put a satellite in perfect polar orbit of Duna. Oh shoot, wait, hold on. Might have to Alt 12 menu, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna Alt 12 here, because I should have deployed the solar panels, and that was a minor skill issue that is not worth resetting this launch over. Oh wait, hold on. Let me turn on the solar panels that are definitely in here somewhere. There they are. Okay, you know what? I am not even gonna take the time to fix the rest of that. That is somebody else's problem for a future day. Alt 12. Alt F12? What? Is it control? Nope. It is not reopening right now. Oh wait, because I shoved it over here. I didn't ever actually close it. Boop. Is this not enough to, provide electric charge? How? I have to go in here and dig around and find these. I'm at 55 subs right now. Yeah, you're winning the sub race. I know, I commented on it. and told these other people to grab me legions. My 5 subs and my grandpa, they need to get me some more legions of followers. I will not worry about this for like the rest of the time now. Oh shoot. Okay. Alright. So, what is going on here? Yeah, this is the harder part where I have to, this is the wrong direction. Yeah, they're gonna watch this video later probably. Also, yeah, I'm well aware, yo. To be fair, it is a very odd hour of the day, especially for me to stream. I do not normally stream at 10 o'clock at night. I stream at like 6-ish, like for dinner, so that people can sit down and watch their wholesome YouTuber. And mostly this channel was made for one very specific person, just so he could hear me talk. My grandpa. Love and support y'all's grandpa. Whoops, my bad, I did not mean to. I had 11. You had 5, and only 2 of them talked, and they only talked because I said some minorly funny jokes. God. What is this Deedee on about? Oof! Yeah, I did not mean to rub that in on you. My bad, yo. Oh shoot, what did I do? I genuinely have no idea what that stage did. Oh, it was what that was. Okay, and now all I can do is wait until I have an encounter. Like right there. Yeah, probably something like that. It's literally all I can do. But I'm definitely going to be within its gravity well. The hard part is just actually getting close enough. This is the one thing that really sucks about Minmus. It has a really long orbit, and you're probably going to end up having a shorter orbit. This could take the longest time. I had 11 before you were on. Before I yell doubt of the century, I'm still obviously better at Kerbal Space Program than you. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Right there. I'm getting the Minmus, and I haven't seen a video of you doing that yet. You know what? Actually, there might be a pretty big issue right now with this. With the alignment here. I could probably move our orbit into alignment for this. I could also probably lower this, actually. To be fair, there is always the idea of just pointing straight at wherever Minmus is. I think it should be above and away from Kerbin. So find Kerbin and then look above and away. Ah, there it is. It's right on my mouse. Okay, now I have to bite into my reserves for landing. I'm sure that somebody could do this way better, but unfortunately, I'm the only one in control of this save file. Oh, come on. Come on, please have a time where this can meet. Suboptimal? Yeah, probably like that. Actually, this is more than suboptimal. This is like horrible optimal. Like, this is the worst optimization you could possibly do. There was mistakes made. I'm a bad pilot, but like rocket designer. To be fair, this rocket was slapped together in a solid 5 seconds. Oh, right here. Come on. Ooh. No, I have to wait till I get like here, and then I have to ascend. Follow the ascension node. Okay, or the descending node actually. Where's my like closest? That's actually close enough to be within the gravity well. I can just wait for that. Stream doesn't have built-in. Well, yeah, fair, but I don't know how to do that, and I don't have enough effort to do that because 2 whole people watch my videos for like, or it's specifically made for 2 whole people. So. Also, poop soup is a horrible insult, bro. And I'm pretty sure you stole that from me. That's my intellectual property. You can't take that. That's illegal, bro. Yeah, this is the really boring part where I have... Didn't call... No, you called me poop soup. Okay. Yeah, this really is the boring part where I just wait for an encounter. I guess I could go to the ascending node and I could attempt to make it better by, I think, radioing in, right? Like, this is what you're like supposed to do, is go to these and then radial in and then... I guess I could also flip this. I think this is the right, no. I have to go to these. See these things in the corner? These are all the tools that you need to play Kerbal Space Program, are just the things on the nav ball. Contrary to popular opinion, you need like 5 numbers to play this game, and you do not need a slide ruler or a calculator or any of that. If you want to make something super optimal, yeah. Am I ever gonna do that? No. It's kind of like throwing things at the wall and then seeing what sticks, you know? And eventually you kind of just know what you're doing and you can just do it. But a lot of the times it's like having a stroke and then a random brush of being a like genius billionaire. And then you're poor and broke again. Oh, come on, there's our encounter right there, right? Nope. Okay, all we can do is wait. I have like a giant area that any encounter could occur in. Really? No encounters? How? We're so close. We are within breathing distance. Okay, we're literally getting farther away each time. It's gonna be like, what, directly behind me? Is it? No, that's the mom. And this is like, yeah, over there. I'm gonna have to wait until there's an encounter like over here. Or just like another thing. After this, I could do a really low solar orbit. That would be fun. Like, incredibly low. Also, this is kind of mid. This got flung out of its orbit. So this is kind of an issue. I could send a thing with a Clampotron and like grab this and then crash it into Kerbin or something. We are at the farthest, like, opposite points of each other. Come on. This is taking forever. Oh my gosh. It'll slowly get closer and closer together, though, which is great. Or not. Maybe it'll just slowly get farther. It's like, it gets closer and then instantly gets farther before it gets closer again. Okay, no, it is getting closer. It looks like we're actually going to meet pretty close to the only, yeah, there we go. Finally. Looks like we might actually end up hitting them this if I didn't adjust course. Okay, no, we're not going to end up hitting it. But we are almost in orbit of Midness. I have to reduce our, whatchamacallit, like speed by the tiniest little bit. Oops, and this is the wrong way. I have to flip back around. This is gonna cost us a whole, like, 5 seconds, guys, trust. And forever altering our orbit of Kerbin, if we were to try and continue that, our orbit of Midness has been decided. Now, I'm gonna get this orbit really low, like, a couple thousand meters low, so we can see how fast we're going and if it will be even possible to land this. And then I'm going to wait until the periapsis is on the day side, because I am not landing on the night side. I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. Not again. Oh, that's going to make people motion sick. I'm sorry. I think I've got to wait for like an entire orbital period around Kerbin for the daytime to shift. Oh my gosh, I have to wait an entire orbital period. Like, for Midness. Sorry to all your eyes. How has this not happened yet? Okay, you know what? Mistakes were made. It shouldn't matter. It'll end up being like there anyways. Oh, whoops. Kind of overshot it. Okay. Alright. Here he goes. The Midness descent. Which, yeah, we should have enough Delta V to land. And for something that doesn't have an ocean, why does it have a sea level? Like, shouldn't it just have a, the barometer readout at all times? And not worry about the normal, like, sea altitude? Because there's no ocean. Right? Alright, and then I'm gonna quick save once we're a bit lower. Like, there. If you're wondering what the radiators are for, the thing gets pretty hot, and these help it. Yep. And these things are supposed to come out of the corners of it, but right now it looks a little derpy. Which is kind of reasonable, because I didn't want these things extending and just, like, taking up the entire screen. We're going to end up landing on the, like, ice shelves, which are these pieces right here of Midness, as you guys can see. And now I have to try and cancel our sideways momentum, which I think we're about to do, like, perfectly. You can also see it changing on the nav ball. Oh, something popped up and it might have X'd out. Or not X'd out, but like tabbed out for a second. Or I might have tabbed out for a second because of that. Whoops. Oh, shoot! Okay. Lucky me. Oh, this might be really close. I actually might not have enough Delta V to land. Or like land easily. I'm gonna have to, like, nail this landing. Like, first try, if I even have enough Delta V to land. Like, I'm gonna have to not do that thing where I normally, like, hop, skip, and jump around, either for a good landing site or because I suck at making the landings. I'm gonna, like, actually have to nail this first try. And it looks like I'm gonna make it. Yeah. My meters per second of speed is decreasing faster than my Delta V. Lucky, lucky me. Or is it? I don't know if that's true. Yeah, I might be cooked. Oh, wow. This is going to be really, really close, isn't it? I'm going to have to, like, depend on my landing legs to tank the fall. Ooh, yeah, this is going to be really close. 10 delta V off? Less than that even? 5 delta V off? I know from MUN missions that these things can take like 8 meters per second of impact, but I'll end up bouncing. Oh my gosh, basically perfect levels of delta V right there. Completely out. Actually perfect. Perfect delta V requirement. Oh, that is just amazing. Alright, spread out the weight before this thing falls over, because I would not recover from that. Whoa, 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 hey, drills, come on. I thought we were landed. That's mildly concerning. We are rather bouncy, huh? Also, these did not really work. As intended, anyways. Why does it start to turn off again? Oh wow, we're like refilling up on monopropellant. I wish there was a button specifically to stop the this thing. Alright, and then the important part. Boop. Goodbye. Let's hope that that doesn't come and like directly hit us. Oh, there it is. Do you think it's gonna come and crash back down? Okay, yeah, it is. Nice. Boop. Hey, we got a seismic readout for that on Minmus. Nice. Okay, let's skip to daytime, because this is like really boring when you can't see anything. Wow, we're only like 40 kilometers away from a different landing site. So yeah, nice. I got this thing landed here. It has a docking port for future missions to dock and take stuff out. It's got all its tanks are full. I mean, nothing in the, well, I guess this is actually full. Yeah, this is part of it. I probably should have emptied this tank, because it doesn't actually serve any purpose yet. I wish I had made the landing legs a bit lower so that it wouldn't bounce whenever they were deployed, but as long as you time warp, it's fine. Yeah, and then we can just... I wish you could zoom in way easier, but yeah, you can get all your readouts. And boom, look at that! Successful landing. Right, guys, we did it. Alright, nothing else for this stream. That's it. Good luck, guys. Good night. And, like, subscribe, spam, comment, we gotta beat this nerd. Ow. My hand.